Coming up, how the IAM was honored by the International Labor Communications Association. The IAM Journal is on its way to your mailbox. We'll give you a preview. And big news about the upcoming Woofstock in Las Vegas, benefiting Guide Dogs of America. Activate Live starts now.
Activate your voice. Activa tu voz. Activate it now.
Speak up, speak out.
Get involved, get involved.
Engage-toi.
Take action.
Aktiviere deine Stimme.
We're union and we're proud.
Welcome to Activate Live. I'm Tanya Hutchins, coming to you from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. We begin with good news. The Machinists Union has won some labor awards through the International Labor Communications Association, also known as ILCA. Communications representative Rich Luciani won the Saul Miller Award for Collective Bargaining for his article, Keeping Public Transit Public. Michelle Furman won a General Excellence Award in Single-Issue Publications for a benefits brochure she produced, and a Visual Communication Award for Best Infographic for a District 776 banner. Kylie Hernandez won a General Excellence Award for the IAMadvantage.org website. Valana Cochran won an Electronic Media Award in the Best News Video category for her story, Missouri Defeats Prop A, and a Visual Communication Award for Best Photograph for her MBTA mechanic photo. Michael Mancini and Michelle Furman won a General Excellence Award in the Single Issue Publication category for It's Not Your Granddaddy's Union Anymore. I love that title. And an honorable mention goes to Andy Hounshell in the Saul Miller Awards Writing category for People versus Corporations. IAM Communications Director Bob Wood is here to tell us more. Bob, thanks for joining us.
Thanks. I really appreciate it, and I got to say, I really appreciate my entire staff. We have the hardest working, best communications department in the business. And we had Lisa Miller on the show last week, the president of ILCA, talking about everything coming up. And then Friday, they announced the awards, and we're so proud of what I really like about the whole thing is that the entire labor movement has really stepped up their game in the last several years. I mean, we know how important communications are, and they're doing such a great job. Everybody is, and they had over 600 entries.
Oh, so there are international unions, local unions from all over the country. Is Canada involved as well?
No.
Okay, just the United States.
So we're really proud of being able to get awards across the whole gamut. We had web awards, we had video awards, photography, writing, and of course writing is so important to communications. So it's just a really great news, and I want to congratulate everybody on the staff for all the hard work you always do.
Well, thank you. Congratulations to all of the winners. And you also have something else you wanted to mention.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago we talked about Stan, the movie, the Canadian movie that's talking about the 1919 general strike in Canada. And it's kind of a Romeo and Juliet movie set among this tremendous strike that kind of changed everything in Canada. And so I decided, I got to see an advance copy. It's November 29th is when it debuts in Canada. It won't be in the States here until sometime next year. But so I did a non-spoiler review on YouTube of the movie, and Joe Heckman edited it, put a lot of great stuff in, and so you can go to our YouTube page and see the non-spoiler review about the movie and kind of get a good preview of what it's going to be like. We're really looking forward to seeing this movie here in the States.
Okay, and our YouTube page is youtube.com/machinistnews. So it's youtube.com/machinistnews. I can't talk today.
And we'll put a link to it here in the comments. Yeah. And then the last thing is the IAM Journal. It's such a tremendous magazine. I don't take credit for it because it's the staff that puts it together from beginning to end, and my assistant director Jonathan Battaglia oversees it, and so
he's coming up next,
and he's going to be next talking about the Journal. But it's a great magazine, and it'll be hitting. I think it dropped in the mail yesterday, so it'll be hitting soon.
Zita has a comment. She said, I watched Bob's review about Stand. Really well done, Bob.
Well, thanks, Zita. Yeah,
she's watched it already.
We just put it up today, yeah. So that's something I think it's important that we like their Facebook and
For Stan?
for Stand, and really get some people interested in this movie coming out next year.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We hope that lots of unions and locals have screenings once it comes out.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Well, let us know what you think about ILCA, its awards, and the awards for our communications representatives that they won. Comment now on Facebook, Twitter, or you can even use live chat on YouTube. And remember, YouTube is youtube.com/machinistunion. And the live chat option is always there on YouTube. It's in the upper right-hand corner. And you can write to us, and we try to write back. And I think those comments do stay up there. Well, twice a year, the Machinists Union publishes the award-winning IAM Journal. Assistant Communications Director Jonathan Battaglia is here to tell us what we can expect in the latest edition. Thanks for being here, Jonathan.
Hey, Tanya, thanks for having me on.
So tell us first, when can people expect to get the journal?
Like Bob said, we put them in the mail yesterday. You should have them in your mailboxes by November 1st, so very soon.
And in previous years, we've had an electronic journal. Are we doing that as well?
Yes, you can look at the journal right now. You don't have to wait until you get it in the mailbox. You can go to iam4.me/journal 1920. That's because it's the winter 2019-2020 journal.
Okay.
So you can look at the journal right now online and check out all the great stories, which we're about to show you some of them.
Well, speaking of great stories, tell us about some of them. I know we're not going to go through each of them, but tell us what we have so far.
So I'll show you the cover here. The cover is of our members at Alstom in Hornell, New York. That's one of the stories as we go through. Just a tremendous group. They're building the new Acela trains. If you live on the East Coast and rely on that train between DC and New York, that's actually IAM members who build that train. So this is one of those members that are building that state-of-the-art new train that we're looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to it as well. I love
Absolutely.
high-speed rail. I wish we'd put more money and investment into that.
Yep.
So glad to know we're working on it.
You know, before I get too much into the journal, I also want to thank, our international president, our executive council, and director Bob Wood, for letting us run with this journal. As I've said before, we redesigned this journal. It's very member-centric and visual. We could not do it without their blessing. All the territories, the staff, the officers for letting us know about these stories that are out there, about our members setting up the interviews. We cannot do with them. And the members themselves who allow us to tell their story. And then the folks in our department who put it together. I got to start with our great designer, Michelle Furman. She puts her heart and soul into this journal, and it shows. The writers, Rich Luciani, Andrew Hounshell, and now Ty Richardson, they traveled out and got great stories about our members in this journal. And also other folks in our department, Valana Cochran, Kylie Hernandez, Ross Olson, and even Terry Crutchfield. They were a part of this journal in some way or another. So
I love how it's a team effort.
it's a team effort, not only in our department, but throughout the entire union. So this publication belongs to the members. It is theirs. So.
Well, let's start with page 10, because there's an article there, which if you want, you can hold this up if you want, just for a minute. But this one says, when hard work isn't enough.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
So this is a story about our organizing campaign for Maine loggers up in northern Maine, a very rural area. They are independent contractors, and it makes it actually, used to make it illegal for them to organize. We have since campaigned with some allies up there in Maine to get rid of that law. And we are campaigning with them and on their behalf to make life better. And this is not an easy job to be out there in the forests of Maine in tough conditions and without representation on the job. So this is a great story. It takes you up there into the woods in Maine, and Andrew Hounshell did a great job telling this story.
And sometimes they're working through snow. I
Yeah.
love the fact that there's a photo of a really old train in the woods
Oh,
that
yeah.
had been there from years ago. You could see there in the lower right. It is just fascinating. So this was a really good read. So what is the next one you'd like to feature on?
So the next story is our cover story that I alluded to. Rich Luciani did this story. This is, like I said, at Alstom in Hornell, New York. They are building those new state-of-the-art trains, and we'd go up and talk to the members who are doing that and tell their stories and why they're proud to do what they do. So another great story, tremendously visual story, as you can see. So
I love the fact that, we were basically born as a railroad union, and we're getting a chance to see how things have changed over the years.
we're building the future of rail now, so
We are.
exciting.
And there is a QR code for a video.
Yes, several of our stories also have videos that accompany them. You'll see that as you scroll through the journal, and it gives you a little more information and more of a peek into what's going on up there.
Great.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Our next story, written by Ty Richardson, he wanted to look at the past, present, and future of the IAM's presence at NASA. So how we've been involved in exploring the universe, quite literally. And he talks to folks, that made the moon boxes, where we carried back rocks from the moon, all the way to now we're looking to go to Mars. And the IAM's been involved in every step of the way, and we're very proud of that.
And he traveled down to Florida for that one?
He did, he absolutely did. And he talked to folks in Alabama and Houston, where we have a big presence with NASA as well.
And you could see all the photos throughout the years as well. It's almost like a visual timeline, so this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm just flipping the pages here to
Yeah.
look through.
Yeah, so this was the next one. I went to Illinois, an IKEA distribution center that we recently organized. And in 2018, the organizing effort there failed narrowly, but these members, they're now members, they persisted. They had another vote earlier this year. They're able to bring the IAM in, and for these guys, talking to them in person, it was really about family and doing this for their family and the future workers at IKEA at that plant. And it's part of a big effort that the IAM has to organize IKEA distribution centers in the U.S. So this is a very cool story to write.
How important is it for us to have members actually agree to tell their stories first person?
Yeah, it's we can't tell it secondhand. We have to have it firsthand from our members, and that's why I said we're tremendously grateful for those members who are willing to stand up and tell their story, because it helps us get the word out about our union and grow our union at the end of the day. So.
And this makes it so personal. You can see the pictures of all the members on there throughout the magazine. So we're hoping as you get it, you'll delve in and just dive right in and start reading them.
Yep.
But there are just so many stories here.
Yep, got a story about veterans in there. So, we hit a pretty big cross-section of our union in every journal. We try and get every territory in there, showcase the diversity of our membership, and that's what it's about. So.
And I love the fact that you also mentioned all of the constituency groups for the AFL-CIO, along with Council Fire, which is our group that one of our members helped to found.
Please sign up for an AFL-CIO constituency group. We're making a big push for our members to join those. Yes.
It's the page that says Together We Rise, and it has all the constituency groups listed there, and it also has Council Fire, which is the Council for First Inhabitants, Rights and Equality, which showcases and helps our Native American workers.
You got it.
Throughout the country. Anything else you'd like to mention?
Again, just want to thank everyone who made this possible once again. We're very proud of it. I hope our members like it. We always welcome feedback on the journal too, so please contact our department. If you have a story for the next journal, let us know. We'd like to do it.
And we have some feedback right here from, is it Dina? Yes, Dina is writing, enjoy receiving a printed journal versus online. That's something that we've heard a lot.
I agree, Dina. That's why I made that change.
Yep, and Brian Stymax is saying the way the loggers in Maine are treated is criminal. Thank you to everyone helping them organize and find their collective strength. We agree, Brian.
Yep, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for coming, Jonathan.
Thank
We
you, Tanya.
appreciate it.
All right.
And everybody look for your journal. And as we said, we do have an electronic version as well. If you haven't received it yet, you can look there. Well, join the conversation. What do you think about the new IAM Journal? Comment now to activate your voice using live chat on YouTube, comments on Facebook, or by replying to this video on Twitter. And you can even comment during the replay. So make sure that you just make your voice heard. So now we have something special coming for you. Our next guest is Yvette Sheehan from Guide Dogs of America. GDA's biggest fundraiser of the year is coming up, and she joins us now from California to tell us what's new. Welcome, Yvette. You know what? We had Yvette a few minutes ago, and she didn't come back yet. But I'm just going to talk about a few other things, and then we'll come back later and see whether Yvette comes back. So we're just going to hang on, and I'm going to go through my script. I'm going to go off the prompter and just let you know what's going on. So we're going to share with you some labor history, okay? So here's a look back at this week in labor history. On October 23rd, 1938, the National Association of Post Office Custodial Employees organized, and on October 24th, 1940, the 40-hour work week went into effect under the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938. And don't forget to buy and serve union-made Halloween candy to support our union siblings at companies like Ghirardelli, Hershey, Necco, and Nestle, just to name a few. Look at all those companies there. Now, a few of them also have other plants that are made in non-union shops, but these are the ones that have union shops. Union members from the Bakery, Confectionery, Tobacco Workers, and Grain Millers International Union, the United Food and Commercial Workers, and the United Farm Workers make the candy that so many of us have come to love. So much thanks to Union Plus for its annual list, and also to the AFL-CIO for its support and research as well. I love the chocolates. Those are my favorite. Okay, so it's time to register for classes, but if you are a member of the IAM, one of the benefits of your membership is going to the William W. Wimpesinger Education and Technology Center in Hollywood, Maryland. You can take classes there. Well, because we're at the end of the year, a brand new schedule has come up, and you can check the website. It's it's wimpesinger.iamaw.org. That's wimpesinger.iamaw.org. If you go to that website, you'll be able to check the entire calendar for classes at the Wimpesinger Education and Technology Center. So be sure to do that because some classes start in January. And here's a list of our upcoming State Council meetings, October 25th and 26th. The Kentucky State Council of Machinists meets in Paducah, Kentucky. We also have some special events coming up as well. And that is the Air Transport District 140 Convention in Victoria, British Columbia, October 28th and 29th. Latina Equal Pay Day. Now, the Labor Council for Latin American Advancement has announced its Latina Equal Pay Day Summit coming up November 20th, which is the actual Latina Equal Pay Day. Latina workers make just 54 cents for every dollar a white, non-Hispanic man makes, and it's the biggest gap in the nation. That means they have to work nearly 23 months to earn what white men earn in 12 months. The summit will take place November 20th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the National Education Association in Washington, D.C. For more information, you can visit LACLA's website. And Woofstock will take place November 21st and 23rd in Las Vegas. It is the biggest fundraiser of the year for Guide Dogs of America. And we are waiting to talk to Yvette Sheehan. We hope that she is available to talk to us. But one of the biggest things that she said that she has for us this year, it's big news. They have a new mobile app for you to use while you're in Las Vegas at the charity banquet. And we'll show you what this app looks like, just to give you a taste. And I'll have Joe Heckman just let me know if Yvette shows up and she can take over. But this is one of the pages from the new app. So she wants to make sure that everyone downloads the app and puts your emails in, because you could see the event guide. You could also see the calendar of what speakers are coming up, and then you can make your own schedule. So here you can see 2 events. There's the motorcycle ride, and then you have the sporting clay event. And then other events are happening as well, including the charity banquet. They have the golf tournament happening. There's early packet pickup. So this will be a really big help when you go to the charity banquet weekend events for Guide Dogs of America. They also have some other exciting new changes to the program this year. And I'll just give you a tease. I don't have all the details because Yvette isn't here. But there will be dancing, and there's going to be a buffet. They're going to do a mobile cause again. So I guess Princess Cruises has donated another trip. So this sounds like a really fun event. See, Yvette, I'm trying to manifest Yvette showing up. Joe, any sign of her? Okay. So I guess after November 7th, it's going to be open seating. And of course, for more information on any ads or sponsorships, if you want to sponsor holes during the golf tournament, or you want to put an ad in the book, even if you want to know what the hotel deadlines are, you can go to guidedogsofamerica.org. That's guidedogsofamerica.org. I wish I could go. I'm not going this year, but you're going to see so many dogs in tie-dye. And I think Joe has a picture of a really cool, cute dog. And you'll see plenty of labs and German shepherds there. See, isn't that adorable? A flower dog, like a flower child, but a flower dog, and tie-dye. So they'll have their little scarves on and everything. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have some fun pictures there as well. So we were hoping to talk to Yvette Sheehan, Guide Dogs of America. We weren't able to connect to her. We tested earlier and it was fine. But hopefully Yvette can get on and she can comment in the comments about all of the things we just talked about, because I know I missed something. So we want you to join in on the conversation as well. Let us know what you think about the upcoming Woofstock Charity Banquet for Guide Dogs of America. Let us know, have you been to one of these events before? Do you plan to attend? Comment on Facebook, hit the reply button on Twitter, and you can use live chat on YouTube. I'm going to look at Joe Heckman one more time. No, Yvette. We're so sorry, Yvette, that it didn't work. We tried to get her, but we are going to invite her back. So maybe she can join us next week, and then she can give us more details. Yvette Sheehan from Guide Dogs of America. It's our favorite charity and the biggest fundraising event of the year is coming up November 21st to the 23rd in Las Vegas. There's still time to register. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm looking through my script to make sure that I didn't forget anything because I hit so many things. But that's it for this week's edition of Activate Live. Join us next week on this same social media platform. And if you like what you've seen, please share this video. And thanks to all of you who already do. Thank you, Instagram, for watching. We appreciate it. I'm going to wave at a few people that waved at us. Nice. So thank you. We'll join you next week, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, for Activate Live. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Okay, I had to go off the script.